You know, the funny thing is that this is not the first time I'm seeing this kind of comment or a video even pertaining this mentality. I just ask myself, like, what makes someone say that? You know, I have actually experienced some tricky situations in the United States by people who look like me. One of the worst was an older woman who actually called me an African bushbug, took my smart card ID out of my purse that she had at that moment after stealing it from my luggage. That wasn't the only thing she stole. She also stole my South African driver's license, my credit cards, my social security card. She ripped them up, cut them up, and threw them away because she said I had illegal African documents with me, not knowing my name was not only Daniela, but Nkanyezi. I had to start afresh. I literally had no existence in the United States. This is one of the reasons I have not been able to go back home sooner than I wanted to, because the embassy took more than a year to recognize my identity and replace my documents with new ones that would assist my paperwork process. At the time, the only thing I could do was block my social security card and get an international driver's license because I still had a picture of my South African driver's license. I have never put that experience or any other experience that I've had with people who look like me in the United States on any other African American, because I know that the experiences that I've had with particular individuals could not conclude my judgment on a vast amount of African Americans in the United States. When I disagree with someone, I disagree with them, not because they're African American and I'm African. I see me in you. They see us as one. I do not remove myself from those situations because I know I experience the exact same thing you will experience when they see us. I could never wish war on people who look like me. Instead, I know many African countries that weep at the killings of Black people in the United States, regardless of the heartless rotten apples who participate in divide and rule. Many Africans don't want to find themselves in harm's way when it comes to the law in the United States. So yes, they will succumb to certain situations because we don't want to jeopardize going home. Our families cannot make it to a funeral. Our families cannot visit us in jail. They just won't have the means. But we know the Black experience. We were conditioned to. We are a laughing stock to them.
The topic of Black people uniting is something that we have covered a good number of times here on this channel, and I have said it before. I personally do not care who started this fight. All I'm interested in is ending it. Although this is an African sister talking about her experience, this is not a one-sided problem. Sadly, it goes back and forth. We all have been hurting each other for years, calling each other names, the insults. Some of the names I hear, and I'm like, no. We also use stereotypes, the nasty ones that white people created. We use it for ourselves. We keep doing this because we see ourselves as different, but they don't. They see us all as one. Why can't we see that? We continue to see the other Black person as the other. We categorize and differentiate by nationality, by tribes. We don't see them like us. That's why this issue continues to stay alive and thriving. It's unfortunate to say, but there is no way we are not going to encounter those one or two bad apples. But like Daniela says in her video, which I really appreciate that message that she passed across, is that even after what she experienced, one thing she doesn't do is go about and generalize. We are already dealing with a lot of trauma and life is hard already as it is. Why do we have to create more trauma for ourselves and make life even more difficult? What exactly are we gaining from this? Who is paying us to do this? People are walking around scarred, and the people who scarred them are people who look just like them. That is worse. That hurts differently.
We are a laughing stock to them.
When I first came out of my bubble in Africa, I was like 19 years old. I went to San Francisco for uni. And that was kind of the first time I heard someone who looked like me tell me to go back to Africa. And so I had to actually delve into what that separation is about, or what that disconnection is about, and then going into the story of, Africa and our history and where we are now, and recreating your identity in a whole nother land because that's all you have, because everything has been taken away from you. And sitting myself and stepping back and saying, this is a Black person with a whole, other journey than me. I'm at a place where I've moved around these different places in the world and found what connects us musically. I walked into this building and playing Afro beats, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not like, and to be at a level where we can do that, to me has been, the biggest lesson. Music is actually a language that we've found that we can speak, all of us, regardless of where we're from.